Again, my name's Adam Stewart. I am the maker of Hex Gambit Respawned. This is a solo dev project, so I did all the programming, all the artwork, all the animations, the writing, you name it, except for the music, which was done by our composer, Mike Reagan, who we've been working with for a long time. Okay, so let's take a look at the campaign, which is a great introduction to the game's basics. For today, for this demo thingy, who do I want to be? I'm going to be Bjorgolf, because he's my favorite.
Bjorgolf ready!
This is a tower of challenges called the Hex Royale, and this guy over here is the mastermind, who is sort of your antagonist for the single player. My application to attempt it has been approved. I'm going to push my skills in Hex Gambit to their outermost limit, and he's the mastermind, which I already told you. And we'll start the first level. I'm going to play a normal because I don't want to embarrass myself today. And this is the easy one. So that's stripped down. Every level will introduce a little something extra to add interest, and so this one's just moving around and hitting each other. So welcome to the first challenge. It is more of a litmus test than a challenge, and its purpose is to weed out the utterly hopeless so that his time is not wasted, for he does loathe wasting time. And that's some goofy stuff. For this challenge, we're going to focus on basic combat. Every minion moves once and can use an action every turn, so sort of chess-ish. Select and deselect, and every minion has two sort of attack actions, and then a third action that's a special one that's a universal. All the minions share that third action. I'll show you that in just a second. Action points: move, attack, and spawn. You get 3 per turn. Spend them wisely.
Good luck to you, but Bjorgolf wins!
I think Bjorgolf will win, because it's the easy one. Alright, so I am going to beat some dudes up. The soldier has 2 moves. He has stab, and he has this other move called multi-slash, which is on cooldown right now. And their cooldown starts the second they spawn, so you got to keep them alive long enough to use the more powerful moves. Stab reaches out 2 spaces. So against a soldier, it's going to be tit for tat that way, but against most people, they have to move next to you to hit you, so he can kind of get you at a distance. And we're going to end my turn there. Let the AI have a go. That was a crowd surf. That is a special movement mechanic in Hex Gambit, where if you want to reach a little further, you can jump over... well, let's do spawn spaces first. That's a spawn space. If they're standing there, I can't spawn. And if they kill all my guys and stand there, I lose. I get knocked out. And it's 1 AP to spawn, the same cost as moving around and stuff. So it's not a super heavy investment. When you spawn, they're invincible. And that guarantees that you'll be able to use them. They won't just get wiped off the space before you can afford to do something with them. And every single player, in the single player, every level, you get a different loadout of minions. For this one, it's just soldiers, but as you get a little further along, you get access to more interesting characters and loadouts. But this one's just teaching us how to play. Let's see that multi-slash that was cooling down. This lets me hit, in any combination, the people around me, I hit 3 times. So I'm going to hit this guy twice to kill him, because he's got 2 HP. And I'm going to put the last one over here. And I need some reinforcements, so I'm going to spawn like he told me to. And you can see, if you want to see how close you are to winning or whatever, at the top left, I'll show you when my turn comes back. Oh, he's going to talk some more. You get undos. You get 3 undos per turn. So if you want to experiment, you can wipe it off the board if you're not happy with what happened, or if it didn't work like you expected it to. So he has 3 health now. So if I wanted to multi-slash him, I could do that for 1 AP to kill him. But I don't have it cooled down for anybody yet, so we're just going to stab him. You stab him from there, and you shish kebab him from over there. And you'll see up here there's minion counts, so you can see how many bad guys are left and how many guys you have in total. That includes what's on the board and what's waiting in your spawn space. So that'll let you know how close you are to knocking them out, and vice versa. We're going to let that go. I had some AP. I probably could have spawned there, but it's the first level. I don't think it's going to hurt. So those are his last 2 soldiers. And they're lined up really good. If I have a soldier next to him, I can skewer between the 2 of them. Now we're explaining crowd surfing. You can bounce over a minion's head. That counts as moving 1 space. And bouncing across a bunch of heads also counts as 1 space. And what that means is if there's a bad guy right here and right here, for the cost of moving, the same cost as if I just moved up here 1 space, I can hop over both their heads and land here. And you can chain it together. Like I could hop over to here for 1 and then hop over to there for 2. So you can build bridges with your characters in really interesting ways, and it adds like a really a nice layer of tactics on top of the usual hitting people, because if you put your mind to it, you can get to pretty much anything you want with some setup. It's called crowd surfing, and it is a delightful skill to master. Truth. Alright. I have all the AP on Earth. If I stand there, they're both going to be able to hit me, and it's going to hurt, but that's fine. I'm not going to lose this. This is the easy one. Hiya. And let's bring another guy in so we can get to the good level where we start to do the special Hex Gambit stuff. I don't think they're going to make it. Well, I don't know. He might survive this turn. And in the next level, I'll have access to use like my captain and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm gonna go over here and hit you. And I'm gonna spawn another guy. Pass. You gonna kill him? Jerks. They're not next to each other either. I like it when they happen to position themselves right next to each other. You can stab through both of them. I'm gonna drag this out. And these little springboards are kind of like permanent crowd surf spaces, so moving 1 space and moving 2 spaces. Reach a little bit further. And those are permanent, so you can kind of build strategies around those. You can count on those always being there. I walked right next to you! That was a bad idea. That's alright. 1 health left. You win it.
You hit Bjorgolf hit you! Big fun!
Watch your step.
We have unlocked a captain because we earned some medallions. So that's cool. Alright, let's go to level select and see how we progress from there. Let's get to the interesting stuff. No one has completed all 21 of his challenges, which is not true. I've done it several times. Surrender when your wits can take no more. So his deal is, if someone were to make it all the way to the top of his Hex Royale, he has to don the Hood of Shame and sort of go into seclusion until he can design 21 more challenges, like new challenges that are even harder. And that's kind of inspired by Ninja Warrior. I don't know if you guys remember, or if anybody watches that. Where whenever somebody gets to the top of Mount Midoriyama, they have to do like a whole new obstacle course for Ninja Warrior. I think that was the inspiration for that. So this level, second level, we're introducing the real stuff now, the real Hex Gambit stuff. These are your pillars, and that's going to be the special new thing we're learning for this level. So 10 victory points to win. If I kill all his minions, I win, regardless of how many victory points I have. And or if I just get to 10, I win. You get 1 for beating enemies and 1 for using a pillar tap action, which if you were looking at the minion HUD when I selected them, there's a third move that I wasn't using, and that's a move for when you're standing next to your enemy pillar. You can use it to get a VP that way. So you can get VP by killing people or by just like parking yourself on their territory and slapping that pillar. Slapping the pillar. You may also win with a knockout by destroying all your minions. I already told him that, man. Now, I'm allowed to use my captain's pillar. Oh, the other cool thing is that if I click it, I can use the Bjorgolf bonus, or whatever captain you've chosen. Ominous. That's what that sound effect is called. It's called ominous. You can use those Captain's Gambits to turn the tide of battle. They're based on stock, and you can use them anytime. And the more powerful they are, the less uses you're going to get. Bjorgolf gets 3 uses. I think he's the most of anyone in the game, because his is not like a instantly kill a minion kind of move. He freezes people in place. But they cost nothing to use, so they're super cool. And you can change difficulties or captains from the level select menu. So if you're having trouble with the level, it might be worth checking out a new captain. See if their particular move is a little more helpful for you. I'll demo his in a second. My opponent is Salvador. He has 2 uses of his Gambit, and it's called Protect. And it just makes one of these guys invincible for a turn. If he gets one of them next to my pillar, he likes to protect it. And that is extremely annoying for me. So I'm going to pop back here. I'm going to go after his runners. These are the new minion class for this level. Every level I'll introduce one as an enemy, and then the next level you'll get to control them. So the next level I'll get to have some runners and play with those. For now I'm going to stab him. And spawn a friend. And this is a more involved level. We got 12 guys each. Let's see what Salvador wants to do.
Speaks for itself.
What Antonio Banderas wants to do. Salvador was voiced, fun fact, by the guy that did Rivali for Breath of the Wild. I was super fanboy geeking out about that. Alright, let's see. Oh, you're lined up, but I can't reach you with him. I bet I can crowd surf over there, can't I? Yes, if I put him here, then I can hop over his head. And that's the fun of crowd surfing. I can get both of you with one. And that is super satisfying. And because I don't want him to die, I'm going to freeze this guy, so at least if you kill him, it's going to be more expensive. I'm going to freeze this soldier.
Now you don't move so much!
I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, he did kill me, but it cost him more. He wasn't right next to me to begin with. And that little runner's being tricky. He is squatting on my spawn space. Ooh, are these guys? Yes. We're gonna do the double deuce. That's 2 VP for that. And then you got this weak little runner over here. I'm gonna mess him up too.
This is a happy outcome. This is a happy outcome. This is happy outcome!
That was an improvised line from that voice actor. Alright, Salvador, let's see. He's going for the taps. Runners are the AI for runners. They're not much for fighting. They like to just sneak in and put points on the board. But they happen to have 3 health, and my multi-slash happens to do 3. So we are balanced against one another. Take that. I would like to now... I'm going to go stand on that spawn space so you can't bring reinforcements. And this is a pillar tap. So you get next to the enemy pillar. Oh, well, you saw them do it there, didn't you? And you do like that. And you get a VP. And if you can get a really healthy person up there and reinforce them with some support units, that is a pretty good way to get a win. But between the movement bouncing and all the moves that the characters can do, there's a lot of... every turn is a puzzle is how I've heard people describe it. Stab you. Oh, no I don't. Undo. I'm gonna just tap. You can kill me, and I'm gonna get a point anyway.
Make my mustache quiver.
And you're not gonna kill me, because I'm gonna freeze you.
Chilly minions get cold feet, no?
I'm really good at this game, you guys. It's like I made it or something. Let's bring a dude in. Give me a dude. Alright, am I happy with this? I think I am. He is greatly outnumbered. And he's gonna squat my spawn. So they have these little 1 damage strikes that the runners are doing. Those are free. They don't cost any AP. So if you get a couple of runners, then you can like be a little pack hunter and surround people and be very annoying. 6 VP. I think this guy's set up where he's just going to keep covering my spawn and I can keep multi-slashing him off of it until he kills me. And then let's do one more freeze. You stay frozen. This is my last freeze.
Now you don't move so much.
And oh, have I already acted? I guess I have. We're gonna double up on this pillar. And then we'll probably kill that guy next turn. Because we should be able to stab him with both of those soldiers. Always to the spawn. Next time he does it, he will kill me with it. But we're just gonna score some points. Let's see. Oh, we got 9. We're already there.
Yorgo, thank you for losing so well. Cry, baby.
So that's a little more like Hex Gambit usually works. You balance between combat and assaulting that pillar to get enough victory points and eke out a win. And then every level it will add a little bit of interest. So let's see what's new in level 3. And this is all included in the demo, so if you want to go to the Steam page right now, you can grab the demo and try all this stuff for yourself. There's a hard mode if you're feeling spicy. It has a turn timer involved too, so you have to know what everybody's capable of and be able to think a little faster for that one. Alright, this level is the Runner's level. We get a new minion class for this one finally, and then for all the next levels we'll start adding a minion class each time. So the Runners are super cool. They're very different from using a soldier. The soldiers are good fighters. These guys are tappers. The runner is fragile, but a serious threat to an unguarded pillar. They have a dash, where I can go along a straight path, like across the map as far as I want to go. And then they have that scratch, which is the easy, or the like little 1 damage move that's free. So they're very good at racking up VP. The hard mode version of this doesn't give you anything but runners to fight these guys, which is pretty fun. Let's show you dash. I'll start with a dash. And then you could move after that if you want to get out of the way and avoid being hit again. Let's do the double dash. And then I can freeze one of those guys so we won't retaliate. And then I'll spawn a reinforcement, I think.
Chilly minions get cold feet, no?
And these little barricades here, I'm not even looking at the chat. Okay, chat's fine. These little barricades here are to keep you off on the first turn, keep you from squatting a spawn space or whatever, and that's in the multiplayer also. Let's add a soldier. Go.
Unable to find suitable opponent.
And this is Hexpert. He's got a pretty cool special he's about to use, I think.
Captain's advantage initiated.
This is called Glitch. And he'll add 3 health even above your normal maximum. So that's like a super soldier right now. Alright, you got 2 left. I'm gonna finish him off. Let's just walk back a little bit because I need some space to do this dash. Finish you off. And I got 1 AP left. I need more reinforcements. I need more runners. We're just gonna like assault this pillar, I think, and freeze him so he can't swat us off of it fast enough. Oh, he's got another super guy. Oh man, that is that soldier has like 10 health now. That's terrifying. All right, and the lesson for this map is that pillar tapping is often more important than combat. I think if you try to straight up fight him in this without tapping, you're gonna lose. But let's skewer through you. Start whittling down that guy, that ridiculous soldier. And let's freeze him because I know that he has his multi-slash, so he's gonna kill that runner if I don't freeze him. Although I think they might find a way to kill him anyway.
Now you don't move so much.
Let's see what he does. And these same AI you can play in the multiplayer also. If you want to do an even match, you can do like 2 or 3 teams of AI versus you. You can do that in the demo also. So, we're gonna keep tapping. We need points. I don't need to kill you all. I just need to get to 10 before you do. Right. Can I dash? I can. Yeah, let's go for it. Maybe we can get this defender. He's a new class that's introduced in this level. When he melees you, it pushes you back. So if you're on the pillar, he can knock you off the pillar. And then he also has this blockade here, where if he thinks you're going to try to move to that space and tap, he can fill it in. And you can use it for other things, like blocking the soldier's stab. I can't stab through that thing. Who do I want to freeze? I want to freeze this dangerous dude. Let's just keep him locked up.
Silly minions get cold feet, no?
I should switch to a captain next time I go back to the level select. I can get a new captain and show something else. In the demo, there are 5 captains. Goodbye, runner. And he has started in on the pillar. There's that knockback. Which for the runner's not so bad. I could dash you now if I wanted to. He's got 1 health left. You have 3. You have multi-slash. Alright, you come here and kill that guy. All 3 of your hits into him. We need... Hang on. I have 1 AP left. That's not great. What I'm going to do is move over here, where he can't really reach me, and I'm going to use that free scratch to finish him off too.
Thank you for exposing that flaw.
How you like that? He did not like that. Alright, more tapping. I better not lose this. I'm going to be really embarrassed if I lose this level. It's the problem with talking while you play. Some people can do it. I cannot. Alright, I'm gonna start tapping with this guy. See if I can get his attention. Maybe he'll aggro over here to me. And then I'm gonna spawn another runner. And I'm all out of freezes because I wasted them locking that guy up. I just got to get to 10 before he does. It's 5 to 6. Ouch. Oh no. He's about to scratch me to death. Well played, AI that I wrote.
To highlight reel.
Oh man. Alright, we're going to have to get serious here. Let's, 4 and 3. All this bad news. Let's get some people. Let's not go crazy. Let's get a soldier and save some AP up. I'm just gonna dash this guy way over here. I'm out of reach of everyone. Ooh, and I can spawn. Let's spawn another one. Let's do... So now we've got some good positioning on the board. We should be able to get around these guys. Here comes the runners. Couldn't reach anybody. Alright, can I kill someone? Yes! Oh, he's right in between them. Let's dash away. Second dash. Goodbye. Satisfying. And rather than starting in on that runner, let's keep bringing in some reinforcements and see if we can overwhelm the pillar to win. Because I've got a lot of runners now. If I can keep them alive, then we can tap it. We can pickle that. You tap. You have 3 health. You have multi-slash. You kill this guy. Alright. Cool. 1 more point. We got that. We got that. I was getting a little tense there in the middle. It's not usually that close, but keep can have him.
Why you do this?
Alrighty. Tap to win.
Nothing beats good fight, except maybe great fight!
We have unlocked a multiplayer map. The summit has a really interesting thing with these with the pillars where you can take them away from the map, so they're untappable. They have these little switch mechanics on some of the later levels that you get into in the single player eventually, but I could show you that when we're done with the campaign stuff. Cool. Back to, I'm gonna say, level select. Let's get a new captain and show you somebody different. I want to show you. MOLERA is not in the demo. Abacus has a very cool. I'm gonna do Penny. I like Penny.
I'm on a tight ship.
She does take a penny. I get 2 uses and I can deal 1 damage to everyone, which has some extra special cool implications a little later on in the game. Where are we on now? We're on tower defense. So this is where we will start playing with the defender, who we just fought against in the previous level. Let's turn the tables and see how you fare at pillar defense. So on this map, it's my pillar in the middle, spawn spaces all around, and they have like 1 space if I want to that I can try to tap, but it's not something I've been successful at doing. I just left it there in case somebody wanted to try it. Defender is very sturdy. He's got 7 health, so he's like almost twice as healthy as a soldier. His back off is the melee that knocks people back, and then he's got the blockade, which is free, and you can use it to plug up a space if it looks like they're about to tap. Oh, and this level is where you fight against MOLERA, and she is tricky when she's an AI. The runners are coming. What will I do?
Let's make every minion count, shall we?
Oh, I have Penny. Penny is almost OP for this level. Let's start it out. I'm gonna do 1 damage to all these runners.
We'll call this attacks cut.
And I just realized that is not always the best idea. We'll see how that plays out. I can't get to that space yet because it's blocked up for the first turn. When he gets his first turn, it'll unlock. I don't have much in the way of reinforcements. It's going to be 1 runner and 1 defender. So we're going to bring all of our chunky dudes out and just sort of surround our pillar and wait for the impending parade of runners.
Log for the pyre.
I think she's going to use her captain special at the end of this too. Yep.
A toast to me.
So she has cruelly incinerated one of her own minions, but she gets 2 VP for doing that. So she loses a guy, but gains 2 VP, and I don't get to get the VP for finishing that guy off, so it's a pretty good move. Let's try to finish this runner off over here. Gotcha. So he won't be a problem. And then, does anybody have blockade? I think this original guy does. So it's a cooldown move. This guy doesn't have it ready yet. He needs 1 more turn to charge it. But this one has it, so let's block it up. So he won't... Wow, I have a lot of AP. I must not have done much last turn. Did I just pass my turn, basically? I'm going to come dash this soldier, because they are... they're good at killing these big guys. The runners aren't, but the soldiers are. And he's got 2 health left. I'm going to save that AP for next turn. So if you want to save, there's like 6 slots up here. You can bank AP for later if you don't want to use all 3. I'm sorry. It was for a good cause. I'm gonna try to kill those guys before they can soften up my defenders too much. Alright, we kept these guys away for that turn. That's good. I would like to smack him back. Oh, I'm not looking so good. Everybody's got 2. Man. Alright, I could blockade for him, I guess. We're gonna bring him back in, but not in range of that stab. And we're gonna put a tower there, and I think he's got one too. Come and get me! I got the full defender blockade. And before we go, I guess we could let's do 1 damage to everyone. I'm not even sure that's useful, given that everybody...
Little off the top.
That's fine. It's fun to watch. Why not? Come at me. These guys are all looking pretty rough. Oh, he's poked a hole in my defenses, and he's probably going to capitalize on that right about now. They have 6 AP, or 6 VP right now. I have got to start wiping some dudes out. Alright. Who's first? Let's get you first. Die. If only I had one more penny, I could wipe them all out with just the bonus action. And I don't have a blockade anymore. I got my runner. His 1 damage move will be really useful here when he's activated, and he's invincible until then, so that's cool. Alright, that's gonna have to do. We got a lot of AP saved up for next turn, so let's hope he doesn't kill anybody important. Picking up that VP. Her move is really dangerous. Like, she gets a good head start with that. And the way around it is if you make sure that you don't damage anyone to where they're almost dead, then she won't trigger it unless she's about to win if she uses it. But if you leave...
Burn for that.
If you leave her with a minion that's like almost dead, she'll always find a way to finish him off at the end and get all those BP. All right, we're gonna move over. We got lots of points. Let's kill you for 1. That runner's about to be really deadly. He does 1 damage for free. Oh, we're out of reinforcements. All right, let's stall. Everyone stall! Oh, he doesn't have his. That's fine. We got a lot of AP, nothing but AP. Playing very defensively this match, not trying to tap. Just trying to... She's got so many runners. And if they get in a tap, she's 2 points away from winning. Let's try to keep this plugged up. What can you reach? He can reach pretty far because he can bounce over that runner with the crowd surfing mechanic. So let's smack this guy back. I'm going to move you in to block and kill him. Alright. We have 2 enemies left, and it's this soldier who's almost dead and that runner. I think we are cool, and I can kill the soldier right now. Made me nervous for a second, MOLERA.
Every penny.
Worth every penny. That's a very clever joke about her name. Alright. Pass. Can you win, little runner? I don't think you can. I think that you are dead. I will soften him. And we had a close match, but everybody lived.
I will have revenge.
Not an action point was wasted.
And that level gets really interesting on hard mode. There's a few levels where I'm like, yeah, that's just a fun one to play because it's such a weird setup. Alright, cool. Let's go back to level select. This is... What are we on? Level 5? Oh, this one gets really interesting. This is where the motivator comes in. And the motivator is hilarious. Let's do... Penny's a good one for this fight, and I'll show you why. Let's go play Challenge 5. This is the last level of the demo. Intimidation and Inspiration are the 2 status effects that the motivator will inflict on people. So when he intimidates, you take double damage if you're intimidated. If he inspires you, you will take no damage for the next attack. And his intimidation actually hits everyone around him. So it's like an area around him. And you can combo that to like devastate the team, and hopefully he doesn't do that to me. And those feelings are fickle. So if you're intimidated, your own motivator could inspire that intimidated minion, and they will overwrite each other. So he won't be both intimidated and inspired. He'll just be one or the other. Such a roller coaster of emotions. One almost forgets that they are robots.
I can't afford to go easy on you.
Oh, and his captain's a pain in the butt too. So this has 2 new units. We both get motivators, and he's got a sniper also. So we'll get to see what they do. I am going to inspire my soldier. He looks inspired to me. So now if they hit him, it's just going to block that hit. And let's bring in a buddy. It's good to have a buddy. I would like a defender. So see, now we have a more interesting loadout. Like, we have a few different types that we can spawn, so you can start to get creative. I don't want to use my special yet. Let's see what...
This up before nap time.
Let's see what Violet does. Alright, do I have any good intimidation opportunities? I do. Can I reach it? No. Alright, I want to get either here so that I can intimidate both of these guys, or between these two. And I think I want to do that one more. Let's see what I can do in terms of... I'm going to move him up, put my motivator up here, and show you the intimidation. Alright, let's get scary. Alright, so now they are both intimidated, and they take double damage when they're attacked, and that makes a lot of things like a one-hit kill. And if I trigger my 1 damage to everyone, they will take 2. But I want to do more than 2. Let's make them pay for it. I'm going to bring in another soldier, who is my last soldier, and I'm going to try to keep them both alive. I'm told this level is pretty hard, and I think it has to do with that. So that was Smackdown. No matter what the condition of that character, she'll smack him down to 1 HP. So I could be inspired or whatever you want, and she'll still wipe everything off and make you 1 HP, and then usually finish you off with somebody else. Alright. Ooh, I want to stab through you guys so bad. But I cannot. Huh. Let's see, what do we want to do here? The game is getting more complicated, so I have to think a little harder. Let's see, we could intimidate him, and then... Yes. Alright, Intimidate's awesome, so let's... Since I don't have to move, it's not a total waste of AP. And then I'm going to move my soldier over here and finish him off. And I'm hoping that this guy moves so that I could get that soldier and stab across both of them. That would do 4 damage to each character and be just a really sweet combo. It's another reason this map is pretty tough is you have that pillar over there. There's no spawn points next to it, so if you let him, he's got a couple of runners and he will dunk on you over there if you let him over. So we're gonna swat this guy off the pillar with a multi-slash.
Oh, I do hope you planned for that.
Boom. All right. And what else? What else? I think. Well, oh, he's inspired him again. You jerk. I got 1 AP, so I can't attack. We're gonna bring in some reinforcements. I want a runner so I can get pretty much everywhere. And I won't burn my captain's Gambit just yet. I'll hold on to it. Alright, he's about to come intimidate my inspired friend. That makes him really vulnerable to that runner that's coming in. That runner could kill me in 1 hit if he wants to. What to do? If I do that... Who do I want to focus on here? Well, let's put some damage on that guy. I'm not a fan of him. And I think I could finish him off. Yeah. That'll get rid of his ability to buff everybody. And then I can wipe off. Well, I'm going to wait for that runner before I use my special because I want to put some damage on him too. We'll soften everybody up at the same time. 2 to 3. Not a high scoring. Oh. That was Airstrike, which is, it's got a really high cooldown. So it doesn't happen often, but man, that one hurts. And he lobs it over over barriers and everything, so it's pretty brutal. So what do we want to do with that? This might not be the last level of the demo now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, let's intimidate these guys, and they can't undo that now. And we could tap if I could reach it. I'd really like to get in there to tap. Let's go ahead and take this damage. He's got 5 minions left.
Oh, this attack's cut.
Boom. Alright, so these guys are all pretty dead looking. And I will beef up this runner. We'll give him that Inspire Shield and pass a turn. Glad I did, because that would have killed him if he didn't have a shield. But I think you're going to kill him anyway. They did not like that runner. Alright, AI. You jerk. Let's see. 2 and 3. I can multi-slash to kill that guy. And I should really be... Oh, I do have some AP to tap finally. Now we're going to stop killing him and start scoring some points. See if we can finish this guy off. We've got 2, 1. Oh, awesome. So I'm going to use this to do a last bit of damage.
Let's take a little off the top.
Cha-ching. Get rid of that sniper so he doesn't airstrike me again. He's also able to shoot along straight paths at an infinite distance. So like you see the flat sides of the hexagon, those are the straight paths. So he could shoot me from across the map over here. And he can hit you with that airstrike from really far away. And if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to drop a wish list that helps us increase visibility of the game on the store. And everybody likes that for their game. 1 damage, 1 damage. Alright, who do we want to kill? I wish I had more damage dealing characters. I've got all these support characters here. I can't finish them off. Let's take care of that. Let's bring in defenders. And did I tap? Nope. Let's tap. So we're up to 8. Just need 2.
Wonderful.
I don't think he can stop me. He's got those 2 runners left, or his last 2 minions, and that runner's on his last legs. They're not super good at killing people. He wants to go tap is where that other guy's going. You are too late. I tap you. That's 1 victory point there. And my multi-slash is ready. So let's finish that guy off. The end.
A victory, on time and under budget.
So that was the motivator level.
The end is near.
And we have unlocked Grim Drake, who is the scary black metal pirate. He's one of my favorites. I like all the weird guys. The weird characters are the most fun. Let's head back to the level select and see what's next. Now he has a treat for me. Ah, yes. So this next level, this is the last level of the demo, and this is where the demo would normally go, but I'm not playing the demo right now. I'm playing the real big boy game. So masterminds are forbidden from disclosing their identities because it's a rite of passage for players. It's not about them. But this mastermind is a little bit narcissistic. He's got a clever loophole where he no longer hides his face. And that point is just beyond this challenge. Who is the mastermind? Do you really care? Not really. But it's a fun, goofy thing to do. We're going to reveal his identity if you beat this next level. And this next level is also where things start to get a little more visually interesting. So I'm going to actually start that level. I don't think I'm going to play through it, but I'll show you what it is because it's like the first semi-boss encounter. So this is a cool part. Who is the mastermind? Nobody's worthy of the secret. Rumors abound. I've heard wild speculation that he is none other than, and you will laugh at this, Aegon Worthington Aegon, heir to the House of Aegon, founding family of this great nation. That could not be more wrong. But the circumference of his skull, it could only be Aegon. False. Many people have large heads. I could be any one of them. I had a lot of fun writing that guy. He's a fun little bit of extra. Alright, let's change well, it doesn't matter. We're not going to play it. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to fight the urge, but I am going to show you because it's the first Royal Rumble where we introduced crowned units, and crowned units are pretty cool. Finally change our scenery. Not behind just any challenge. This is his contribution to the legacy of the Hex Royale, his invention. Crowned minions. They are shiny, they are regal. You are welcome. And they are not just pretty. They have extra health, and it depends on what difficulty you're on, how much extra health they get. They're also untargetable by Captain's Gambits, so my little 1 damage thing I'm using will not affect them. They're immune to intimidation and being frozen and all kinds of stuff. And worst of all, they move and attack entirely for free, so they don't cost the opponent's team any AP to use. So these guys are super duper healthy and will always act. And they're sort of the boss characters for Hex Gambit for the campaign mode. There's a few of these crown matches, and each time you'll face a different crowned minion class with sort of a layout that complements their skill set. So this is where we bid farewell to the hobbyists and to the demo players. Only the worthy can continue from here and pull back the veil on the greatest mystery in all of Aegon. Who is the mastermind? I won't spoil it
Easy on you.
because I haven't introduced any characters, so like it doesn't really matter who he is, and that's kind of the joke. Alright. So yeah, these are the crowned guys. They're immune to all kinds of stuff, and they move and act for free, and that makes these fights really cool. And you use all the minions that you learned so far, you'll have to employ to put a stop to these guys. This soldier has 10 health, which is like 2.5 times what they normally have, and the runner has 8, which is 2.5. And on hard mode, they have like 3 times. So, extra tricky. That is where we'll stop, because I would like to show I'm going to show a multiplayer map that uses the toggle space mechanic. So this game was originally designed as a multiplayer game, and then the single player was added after that. So most of the mechanics and stuff are designed to work well in a player versus player thing. They're balanced against each other to be interesting for combat. You can do free for all, you can do 2v2, you can do 0 to 4 controllers. Steam Remote Play works for this also, which is very cool. This is where you set your controllers, or you can use easy or smarter AI. The easy AI is from easy mode in the campaign, and the smarter AI is our normal and hard mode. I'm going to put some AIs on, and we're going to do like a free-for-all 3-player. I don't think I've unlocked all of them. Yeah, these guys have toggle spaces too, but they get unlocked later in the campaign. Let's do the one that I did unlock, the one that I was showing you earlier, where you can take your pillars away from the map. Let's do that one. And we'll do a 2-player one, so we don't have to sit through too many turns. Choose captain. Oh, almost forgot. Custom rules are awesome. This is sort of like GoldenEye or something, where you can tweak just about everything about your match. So if you want to have house rules and do a shorter VP to win, you can go up to 20 if you want, and down to I think 5. And the number of, it says in the tooltip at the bottom, the minion stock that you get per minion is going to increase or decrease when you change the score goal. You can change your max AP charge. You can add a turn timer. So if you want to go crazy, you can do 10-second turns. I'm going to keep it off for now. You can change the way your Captain's Gambit works, which is pretty cool. There's a comeback mechanic that you can use, where you can only use that Captain bonus if you're losing. That's how it was originally designed, but it's kind of more fun to just give you stock and let you use it willy-nilly. It's not as competitive, but it is more fun. We're going to use 2 random captains. I'll use Grim Drake, and then I'll give him a rando. And there's handicaps on this screen too if you wanted to give him a VP head start or whatever. You can also do that.
You're out of your depth.
Alright, I am Grim Drake. Oh, and I forgot to look at what his minion loadout is, but they each have a unique combination of 4 units. Grim Drake apparently has these 4. So I've got a sniper, he's new, I can show, and the brute is also was not shown in the campaign yet. The new mechanic for these levels are centered around these little buttons here. So if I take my brute and step on it, it'll whisk my pillar away, and now they can't tap unless they walk over that button and take it and change it to their color. And they've got their version of that button over there. It's got a force field on it until they take their first turn, as it should be. I'm gonna grab a runner. What did I think I might have changed the I think I might have left the VP score up. We'll just play a few turns. I might not play to the end. I think I just set it to 20 victory points or something. Let's see what Bjorgolf's got. I haven't played the multiplayer in so long. I don't really know. I don't know if I'm gonna do well. We've been working on single player was the last thing I did, so that's been most of my focus. Alright, so we both got our pillars whisked to safety, and this is the easier to defend one that only has 2 spaces to block. This one is pretty open if you can get it back. Let's see. I can't dash him. And if I go next to him, he's going to kill me, so don't do that. Ooh, I can use SWAT. So SWAT is one of the brute's moves where I just go away. And I can take his pillar back. Do I want to do that yet? He's got 3 left. We'll wait. We'll wait on that. And oh, I can use No Mercy. I only get 1 of these, but everybody can move and act again. So if you have a bunch of AP, that's a good thing to do. Let's do it. Why not? It's a cool looking effect.
Hey now! Start pulling your weight!
Everybody gets struck by lightning, and oh, it cools down all your powerful moves too, so I can finish him off with this. Let's do that. Bye. I'm gonna take his bring his pillar back up. I'm not gonna go next to it for developer reasons. I happen to know that draws their attention if I'm next to it. We're gonna play to 5. I'm gonna do a house rule within a house rule. When whoever gets to 5, I'm gonna call that the winner. Alright, you have 6 and 4. Oh, I'm gonna do the Wrecker. Alright, this is the Brute's main jam. It's 6 damage to the central target and 3 to everybody around. It's the strongest move in the game, and it takes a really long time to cool down, and it's very expensive to use. Let's go. I do not like motivators. And now they are dead. Or that one is anyway. Let's see where he goes. Oh, there's another motivator. And he's hiding his pillar. And he's gonna freeze me.
Chilly minions get cold feet, no?
Wonder why he chose him. I used to remember, but it's been a while since I implemented that stuff. Let's see. I would like to move up and shoot. And I'm going to do a freebie. And then with this runner, they have these little freebie strikes. And this is where they come in handy. Because I didn't have enough AP to kill him, but with the little freebie strikes, that guy's done for. I should probably get in and start. Ooh, he's He's almost dead too. We'll take care of him next time. I'm up to 3. I don't think he knows that he's playing to 5. But that's what's up. Bringing in lots of reinforcements. Starting in on my very healthy brute. Oh, who are you gonna freeze this time?
Now you don't move so much.
Usually he'll pick him if he's got like a strong move that's cooled down. I think that's why he picked that one. Alright, I'm going to SWAT. I'm gonna call this...
That sinking feeling. It's called loss.
I'm gonna call that the SWAT and squat. I'm gonna squat on his pillar after swatting him to death. Trademarking that. Let's see. Can anybody get someplace cool? No, you can't quite reach, can you? Ooh, I have 1 AP. Man, I really want to tap. I can't. Let's bring in a friend. Yeah, I have 3 brutes left. I definitely put this at 20. Because I told you the minions loadout scale with how long you want the game to be. That's why I've got so very many minions. This would be a very long match. I'm 1 away from my self-declared victory. You hate that sniper.
No?
He's got his airstrike cooldown, so he can lob a missile over like pretty much anybody that's at a decent distance. It doesn't hit close to him though. They have to be pretty far away. So if they're in this little sweet spot, he can hit them. What should we do? Well, we're gonna tap and ooh, do I have enough to do that? Oh, I wish I did. I want to get rid of this little Inspire with like his scratch is good for that, and then wreck him. But Wrecker's so expensive I can't do it. That's fine. I'll be reasonable. I can't dash anybody. I really need to just position this guy a little further up the board to be able to capitalize on any of this stuff. Let's put him up here. And... aha! Alright, I'm going to multi-slash him for 3. A lot of the times you'll concentrate that damage into one character, but every once in a while it's beneficial to spread it out to different people around you. You can hit anybody you want that's next to you. But for that case, 1 damage left. Goodbye. Alright, we're up to 6. I won. He didn't get any points, because I'm pretty like on top of this pillar. And he's been playing defense. Part of the reason I got so excited about the campaign mode was the AI is smart, but the game is so complicated that it's hard to write good AI for this kind of thing. But when I could do the campaign mode, you can make it really unfair. You can give them all kinds of advantages, and it's fun to kind of climb up that hill, especially when you start playing on the harder difficulties, when you know the game a little better. Tap you.
Bad luck for Björgulf.
And ooh. Aha. Alright. I'm gonna do... I know I said I would stop, but I kind of get excited. Let's, that got rid of his Inspire for free with that scratch. And he's got 3 health, and my airstrike does 3 damage. So it's very dangerous for you. Hi! Yeah, we're gonna play a 10. We're just gonna get excited and go for it. Oh, he has created a huge crowd surf chain all the way to my pillar, and he's definitely going to tap. And squat my spawn space, which is not my favorite. What can I do about that? Oh no. Do I have Wrecker? It'll get him off of there. It's expensive. Boom. Alright, we cleared him. He's probably coming in to follow up on that. If he was next to my runner, I could do my little freebie. Not today, I guess. But playing AI on multiplayer is actually more fun if you bring in 2 or 3 AI, because they start scoring points off each other and they become more of a... they become more dangerous that way because they can win off of each other, so you have to watch which of them is in the lead and start to play a little more strategically. It's pretty fun. I would like to get you off of my spawn space. Goodbye. And let's bring in somebody, because they'll be invincible and block that little space. Let's bring a soldier in. If you guys try to come up around me, I could maybe do something tricky. These little toggle spaces that you want to change your color, I could actually... This isn't a smart thing to do or anything, but I'm going to dash across it. So you can get it in passing. You don't have to stand on it if you don't want to. Do I want to stand on it? Oh, I can't do that. Well, fine. They're probably going to take it right back, but they don't seem... Oh, they have a runner over there. They will probably tap that pillar. Yep. So now they've got me with a very vulnerable pillar back at the... in an accessible area. Right, you can, for free, kill that guy. Is that what we want to do? Sure, why not? It's free. Thanks. That's one problem solved. I do not have... Ooh, I don't need it. And I don't have to move because I'm a soldier. That stab is really cool. So this healthy runner, I can't kill him. He's got 3 health. But this guy doesn't. Goodbye. And I've got... Maybe I'll play the 20. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Why stop? Let's... do we want to... I'm worried that if I... He's got 3 and he's got 3. This is the punk, and this guy's really dangerous, but he's keeping... he's wanting to keep hold of this space, so he hasn't used him yet. He's got a move called Split Strike that will cut anyone's HP in half. So if you have these high HP characters like him, you do 4 damage to him if you can get to him. What should I do? Let's tap. Although this is looking like pretty juicy for a wrecker. I could get both of them with 1. Can't. You've already done. We have an airstrike that we can do. Aha! I could kill him or soften him. Let's kill him. That move is super deadly. You keep these guys back and protect them, and he is he's gonna cause some problems. 4-13. Like I said, the scores get way closer when you put more AI in there and they start having their own little lives on the side. And before you know it, somebody has like squatted on another AI space and racked up a bunch of victory points. But obviously the best thing to play against is another player. And the what's being worked on for the release version of the game is some form of online crossplay. I do not know what that feature is going to look like, but I'm excited about it. So you'll be able to play online without Steam Remote Play. And you have a good couch game. I really like this one as a couch game. You can use the turn timer to your advantage also if you have somebody that takes too long. We've got a couple of friends that like to think for too long. So that'll hurry them up. Aha. I'm just going to keep tapping. I'm going to get rid of this guy's Inspire. Pass it along. They've got that pillar in a dangerous spot, but... Oh, yep, there it goes. I was going to say they're not taking advantage of it, but yes, they are. There he goes. And he's got all these runners coming. Oh, this is a big... Alright, who can I wreck? I'm gonna wreck it. I wish that I could get right here and hit that guy. Because if I did, the splash damage would kill him, and he would be pretty much finished. But you take what you can get. Let's do... Boing. There's a crowd surf. And a smash. Goodbye, Motivator.
I've already won.
He's got 2 left. I can scratch him down a little bit and get him next time. I think that's good. Yeah, he's so interested in that pillar and that button that he hasn't moved this punk. But he's being smart. Oh, there he goes. Split Strike against... That's Split Strike. It didn't look very impressive there because he's only a 3 HP character. So it's got a cooldown too. Against normal characters you can do 2, which is the standard damage in this game. But it's really useful against these guys. If you haven't... I don't think he had the AP to get over here and actually cut this guy in half. But it would have done 4 to the Brute since he's got such a high health pool. I'm going to use this opportunity. Goodbye. Oh, yes. And I can scratch you to death. Goodbye.
Oh, no.
And I am gonna tap, too. I'm just going to rack it up.
Good for you.
I've got a lot more units on the board than you do, man. Oh, I just wiped out half your team, so that probably has something to do with it. So this map has the button that does the pillars, moving them back and forth. There's another map where it controls a laser, and the laser is, if you own the toggle space for the laser, at the beginning of your turns, it will shoot a random opponent for 2 damage. And so the longer you hold it, the more it'll like whittle them down. That one is a lot of fun. There's another one that generates an AP for whoever owns the space. That's in a level called the Powerhouse. And then the last toggle space is a regen. Like if you own it at the beginning of your turn, everyone on your team that's been damaged gets healed by just 1. So it would heal like all of these guys right now if this were that level. If only. What can we do? What can we do? I mean, I know I can win, but how do I want to win? I am gonna... freely kill that guy. It's always great to get stuff for free. And then we're also gonna tap. Oh, this is it! I win!
Oh, great honor to beat Bjorgolf. Tell your friends the stories were true.
It was a much longer match than I intended to show, but yeah, that's the multiplayer has lots of cool little options and level layouts to explore. There's in the full game there's 7 multiplayer like map themes, different backgrounds, and then there's 21 layouts actually. So there's a 2-player layout version of this map, and then there's a 3-player version that's a different layout, but it's the same concept. And then a 4-player version that is also a different layout, but sort of the same vibe between the 3. So tons of stuff to check out. If you like what you saw today, drop me a wish list, please. And the game will be Q3 2021. It's coming to Nintendo Switch, Steam. I have to lift all these things. The Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Mac App Store. I think that was all of them. Check the website. If you want to keep up with me, I have a blog at onemanleft.com that I just sort of post progress updates once a month-ish. And you can see how things are coming and when the release date is announced. It'll be posted up there. And you can also follow us on Twitter at onemanleft.